What's up, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. I want to talk to you guys about when to buy a stock as a beginner, okay? Or when to pinpoint some of these prices and how to know when to buy a stock. This is the only guide you need, as simple as possible. I'm not gonna, try to make it anything complicated. I'm not gonna try to sell you a course or give you any false information, okay? First things first, I want to show you some of my investments. AMD, I'm up on. S&P 500, I'm up on. But today, I want to talk to you about reality income, okay? I specifically bought the stock within last week, Thursday, and you can take about 2 days, and I'm up on this stock, okay? Why did I buy the stock? It is a dividend-paying masterpiece, okay? 5.68%. You don't get this percentage in any of the big name stocks. Nvidia doesn't pay that dividend yield. Apple doesn't pay that dividend yield. Microsoft doesn't pay that dividend yield. This is basically a small amount of money that the company is gonna pay you back for the amount of shares you hold, okay? Now, I want to dive deep into what is support, because I buy off of support and resistance. Let me show you a picture real quick of what that looks like on the chart. So if you look at resistance, that's up top. That line up top shows resistance, and that's exactly what I did to my chart on TradingView. This is showing resistance up top and support at the bottom at a very short gap up, okay? A lot of times when you see a stock consolidating for a lot of time, consolidating basically means a stock moving sideways. It's not going up, it's not going down. As you can see right here, it's moving sideways, up and down, up and down, up and down. That price point where it hits the top, okay, top of the mountain, and it gets pushed back down, that is called resistance. If you look at this, this is a mountain, right? And that's exactly how I know when to buy. When we're below and we hit the support level, that is where I buy. Okay, so why buy at support? You're buying near the lowest point in a recent trend. So look at the recent trend. That's exactly what I did. I saw that price went to 55.6, bounced back off of that, went back all the way up to 56.18. So what does that show you? Resistance right here, and where's my support? Where is price bouncing back up from? Right here, 55.6. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for two. I need two for confirmation. I like the first time, but if I see it happen again, I'm gonna enter, and that's exactly what I did. I placed my buy for somewhere close there, and I just sat back and relaxed. I kicked my feet up. That's it. Traded. The buy is in. I'm not day trading. I'm not swing trading the stock. I'm gonna hold this for the next few months, okay? And that is exactly what I did, and I'm currently up on it, okay? I could sell this right now, but I want to collect dividends on this, and hopefully, this can, even as crazy as it sounds, I want this to get knocked down lower than 55 so I can get in, put down more shares, because I see what the stock can do, okay? Now, it shows where buyers step in, creating strong demand and often a price floor. A price floor basically means it creates that consolidation phase. It creates that phase where the stock can have a new level of strength, okay? So if you look at this is not a new level of strength up here, okay? This is a dangerous level, because these green candles, if you look at these big green candles, it takes one big red candle and boom, there goes your stock, okay? It's going to be a huge sell-off. Stock is going to start selling off. People are going to see that. Boom, sell, okay? So this is not a phase where I like to be in, but if you're in at a price lower than this, for example, I'm in lower than 56.50. I'm good. I'm safe, right? So keep that in mind, okay? Now, let's move on to a real example, okay? I saw where the price was bouncing, and I entered there, okay? Now, this is what buying at the dip means. I don't know if you guys understand what the difference between buying at the dip is and buying just because the stock is down. There are a lot of differences of why stock could be down. Fundamental news, a fear in the market. If Trump goes in and says tariffs are going to be pushed, they're going to be pushed up 50% again. Number one thing that I can say right now, Walmart stock is going to be back down to 90, 85, 80, okay? And that's exactly what this was right here. I want you to look at this dip right here when we went all the way down to 83. That is the impact of just news and fear. But this impact is very limited. Look at this as a buying opportunity. I sold Walmart because next month there's the pause on tariffs is released. So we can only decide what we want to do with our portfolios then. Nvidia can go up, Nvidia can go down. Walmart can go up, Walmart can go down. So it's kind of it's kind of a weird situation we're in, where we're just holding. Okay? That's all we're doing. We're just holding and seeing what the stock can do. Now, this is exactly what I wanted to show y'all, right? This buy. And the number one thing I'm going to tell you is, it is not as hard as it sounds. It is not as hard as it seems. You can look at the weekly time frame. You don't even have to get on TradingView. Just look at where price bounces back up from. 2 times for confirmation, 3rd time you get in, 4th time around, you're going to be making money. Okay, so that is as simple as it gets. It shouldn't be as complicated as a lot of people make it seem. Support and resistance is one of the main ways people make a lot of money. People make thousands of dollars just off of support, resistance. You can throw like a MACD indicator in there, you can throw like RSI, but you don't really need those things. So if I'm using that with Walmart, and I'm using that with reality income, and within a couple few days I'm already up, I know what else I can do with this. I know I can use the same strategy and get into Tempest AI, right? But I'm gonna hold off on that, right? Because I'm trying to collect some more money, and next month is either I day trade and swing trade Tempest AI with more than $200. Okay, I'm talking 250, 220, or we double down on Nvidia after the push down. So if the tariff news, the pause is kind of crazy, and we see another drop down 10-15%, guess who's going to be rubbing their hands? I am. Okay, I sold this off, and I'm holding AMD. So keep that in mind. Yes, I sold Nvidia off, but my price for AMD is projected to be at least 142 by the end of this year, and that is not crazy to say at all. 140, 142 is a fair price for the stock. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. I wanted to show you my buy and how to buy as a beginner investor. What is support and resistance? Simply explain that. Okay, this is specifically for beginners to intermediate investors trying to polish your strategies. Show you guys something I did last week that worked out for me. Hopefully works out for you. In about 2 months I'll be moving over to Robinhood Webull, and that's where we'll start we'll start playing with some more money, and I'm looking to be long on Nvidia sooner or later. All right, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Mr. BuyTheDip is out.